It's a Wednesday, but because the Patriots played on a Monday, we've rolled back the Felger and Mazz calendar. So it's a big boy Wednesday.
Yep.
Because the last thing we wanted, as we've mentioned several times before, is to bring Greg Bedard into our Town Fair Tire studios, ask him about the Patriots game, and for him to say, well, I haven't looked at the film yet.
I would have watched the film. But you guys need your day just to spew nonsense.
That's true, too.
Yes.
Right.
That's the overriding thing.
That's probably true, too.
Yeah.
That film watching would have been under protest, having you do it that
Yes,
fast.
it would have been.
But
I would have been grumpy.
Yeah. I understand what Greg means, though. We have to make the opening statement before you can rebut.
Yeah, exactly. So come in and tell us where we were wrong.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a big boy Wednesday. So let's talk some football with Greg Bedard. Greg Bedard, as always, is brought to you by Best Ford in Nashua. Looking for great deals on a new Ford? Go to the Best First, Best Ford in Nashua, on the web at thebestford.com. Did you hear Mike Vrabel there? That was yesterday, his Monday press conference. You hear that line in there, Mazz? You hear what he said?
Oh, yeah. No. Champions are never satisfied.
Oh.
So again, what did he say?
Oh, we're not done. We're not satisfied. I think champions are never satisfied. I think
I think champions are never satisfied.
Champions are never satisfied.
Oh my goodness!
What hardware do they have yet so far?
I think champions are never satisfied.
Well, I know
champions are never satisfied.
Power rankings.
I know
goodness!
I know what he's trying to say.
You know what he's trying to say, and then at the very end, I think he said we come back and finish this. So, long story short. Well, does that bother anyone, first of all?
No.
Okay. Because you know what you tell me. They're talking about it, Greg. They're speaking it. They're talking it. They're talking about championships and Super Bowls, and they're thinking of themselves in those terms, and not only are they thinking it, but they're now speaking it. And what does that say to you? Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, look, there aren't any dominant teams. The Rams tripped up this past weekend against the Panthers of all teams. The AFC is completely wide open. The Patriots probably have, on the whole, in all three phases, in their ability to play up to a certain level. If they haven't been turning the ball over, they score enough. They score over 23 points just about every game. They hold teams under 23 points just about every game. And they get contributions. The special teams have been solid, at least. Sometimes they help you win games like they did on Monday. So, absolutely. I think they have arrived, and they have established a certain level. And if they finish this thing off, they very much have a chance to go to San Francisco and play in the Super Bowl.
So you think they're justified in thinking in those terms?
Absolutely.
Mazz, Murray?
Yeah,
Are they justified in thinking in those terms?
I think so, absolutely, yeah. Especially given the landscape and the way that Greg was talking about it, I agree completely. Yeah, they got a real chance. It is a complete 180 based on how they were talking in the middle of August after that preseason game against the Vikings in that scrimmage. Like, whoa, everyone temper their expectations here. Come on, guys. This is year one. But, hey, look, I don't think they even thought that the quarterback was going to make the jump that he has, Drake May. So, yeah, no, they should feel like they can win the championship now.
Mazz,
Yes,
how
justified.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, justified. Yes, 100% justified. And when I say that, I'm not even talking just about this year. But a big thing for Vrabel this year has been about building the culture. And if you're going to build the culture, the goal should be to be a championship organization. That's the goal. You're not building it to, like the Red Sox who just want to win 88 games every year.
How about the whole thing, something Belichick would never do? Never would he allow himself to talk like that, the team to talk like that. I mean, the championship, the Super Bowl, is February 5th or whatever. It's just about today and the next game. How do you feel about the whole thing about him talking championships in early December, Greg?
I'm fine with it because I think it's Vrabel's persona. I think it's the players have taken on his persona. I think he's one of these guys that just lays it on the table and wants the guys to reach up to those levels, to play up to have that belief in themselves that they are on that level. Yeah, I mean, you're exactly correct. Belichick would be like, it's just about the next opponent, not only to us but also to the players. But I think Vrabel was like, guys, set your sights higher. Believe in yourself. I believe in you.
It's obviously a different spot. When you're a favorite,
yes,
I don't think you want to be saying It's not how champions act. No, if you're a favorite, you take everyone seriously, and it's about the next day. If you're an underdog and we're trying to build up some belief, you talk like that. So it makes perfect sense. It's interesting.
Well, it turns out he got kind of a hippy-dippy side to himself, Mike Vrabel, and believed in manifestation, because I think that's part of it. Believe it into existence. No, we're going to be champions.
Look, there were some things Belichick did well. Okay? There were other things he didn't. So I don't like the idea that Bill wouldn't have done it. They're not Bill's team anymore. And so I like the way Vrabel's going about his business. He doesn't play a lot of stupid games.
Okay, Greg, what did you see on Monday night? What did the film show? Lead takeaway.
Lead takeaway, I guess. I mean, aside from the physicality and the way they played the game and way they sort of like drove through the finish line in like a sprint. Going into that game, I think the points that you raised yesterday about the Giants were, over the last month, like they were a spunky team. They were, tough. Both of these teams were in the same spot where they were going into last game before the bye. And a lot of times you get into that circumstance and you see sort of how the Giants played. All right, let's climb the mountain one more time and then we get a break. Where the Patriots, it was like they had a game the next week. They upped everything to another level. I don't know what Vrabel said to those guys during the week. I've been asking. I haven't gotten any really good responses. It wouldn't surprise me if we heard something like, the way Vrabel is and the way he tweaks people and pushes buttons, where he almost like challenged their manhood or something. That's the way they took the field on Monday night. Like they had something to prove. They had something to prove to Vrabel. I mean, it was outstanding the way they played physically on both lines. Of course, the Ellis hits sent a charge through the stadium. But aside from that, it was Drake May. Drake May is just the maturity that he is playing with. It now looks so easy to him. I mean, to watch him play, you wouldn't know that he had an entirely new left side of the line. Like he knew what coverages the Giants were going to be in. He took what they gave him. He knew where he was protected, where he wasn't protected. Escaped. I think one of the plays that stood out, and I tweeted this out last night because my photographer Adam Rishan's got a great shot. That I think was the first drive where there was a free runner coming off his right, and both of those guys, Brian Burns is chasing him down from the backside. Both of those guys sort of run into each other, but the shot that Adam got was these guys both have a hand on him, and he's just like, it's no big deal.
He trots out of that's where he scrambled for like 8 yards or whatever, right?
That's where he threw the ball away. He got outside and then just threw it away.
Got it.
But a lot of us, I mean, if that's Jackson Dart, like he's losing his mind and, probably getting killed or, taken down for like a 20-yard loss. And Drake May just shrugs it off, throws it away, just keeps playing. I mean, it's unbelievable. I know some people have said it. Mike Giardi said it on his podcast, but this was like a very Tom Brady game for Drake May in this. He was just...
What's wrong, Mazz? You all right?
This one's going up my ass now, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Yeah, I want to hear.
And look, I do it too. Let me just say this, and I'm talking more about Belichick, but Bill wouldn't have done this, or this was more like Brady. Well, Brady used to do this. I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
You can't.
I'm done with that.
It's not going to go. You can't. It won't.
You can't with him running the same offense, the same offensive coordinator.
I'm just saying the kid is his own thing. He's his own thing. He's damn freaking good. He's more talented than Brady athletically. He's more athletically gifted than Brady is, and I don't expect him to be Brady. I expect it to be different, but I expect him to be good. Maybe great, because I think he's like that. But
I'm less bothered by it. Why not compare him to the best?
Because
we've seen how the best operates. I've said this many, many times. Told the story many times.
Yeah, but what is this? Is the most Brady-like game mean? It means he played a Brady style. I guess. I think in some ways, he's got the chance to be better.
Well, his arm talent might be better, but I don't know, Mazz. Like I said, when you go study science, do they teach some scrappy, sucky scientist, or is it Isaac Newton that you're studying from?
No, it's Isaac Newton.
Okay, so then why not compare it to Tom Brady?
Yeah, I'm just telling you that this kid's body of work is different. He's a different kind of player. And if you want to say, you want him to be as much of a winner as Brady. I think that, okay, fine, like who doesn't? You'd want that in every case. His playing style is different.
You can't escape it.
Brady at this age wasn't throwing the ball down the field like this kid.
But
Not even close.
Brady may never have thrown the ball down the field like this kid. But I've said this many times. I grew up in the 70s in Wisconsin, surrounded by Packer fans. What I heard more than anything else, Greg, the one line I heard more than anything else was, well, Lombardi wouldn't have done that. For 10 years, that's all I got. My father and the old men sitting around the TV saying, well, Lombardi wouldn't have done. Well, Lombardi.
Or Bart Starr.
Like over and over and over again. So, like, you're just not going to escape it.
Okay, so what? That's the only way you can do it? It has to be done that way?
I'm just telling you, acceptance is the price of freedom.
Yeah.
Look,
People are going
Mazz,
to compare this kid to Tom Brady. They're going to.
Mazz, I understand where you're coming from, and this would get you to your proctologist and all that.
No, go up my ass.
I know,
Say
yeah.
it, Greg. It goes up my ass.
I don't like to use that phrase, but you can't escape it because he's in the same offense with the same offensive coordinator. So he's pulling a lot of the same levers. Obviously, it's different. And Drake throws a beautiful deep pass when he's well protected, which Josh McDaniels makes sure he does pretty much every time he throws deep. He can make plays with his legs that Brady could only dream of. But for him to stand at the line of scrimmage and understand and move protections and understand pre-snap, post-snap, what he's going to do, read it the same way as his receiver, like Kayshon Boutte, when after Ben Brown's holding penalty, it's 2nd and 22 or what have you, and Drake sees that they're going to be in cover 4, and he and Boutte read it the same way, and it's a pitch and catch, 16-yarder to get him into third and manageable. It's inescapable because it would be different. Like if Drake May was playing for Kyle Shanahan, I don't think we would have the same Brady comparisons, but there's too much volume of Brady in this offense, pulling the same levers. Now Drake May is doing it just 13 games into playing in the system. It's inescapable.
And I'm talking more about the emotional fan part of it. You're just not going to be able to escape that mess. So,
No, listen, I'm not telling you people are going to stop. I'm just telling you that to me, I'm judging the kid on him because I think that he can do things that Brady couldn't.